Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we will discuss on dielectric constant. So let us start with the dielectric constant. Let us consider two identical parallel plate capacitors. These are two identical parallel plate capacitors with air or vacuum as the medium. And here we have considered that this capacitor, it is already being charged. So the charge developed in this plate is supposed plus charge, that is the plus q. Here are the charges, and here the negative charges, that is the minus q charges, are developed on the next capacitor, on this capacitor actually. And we have considered that the electric field, here the electric field is the external electric field. This is suppose E naught, this is the electric field between these two parallel plate capacitors. Now if we will introduce a dielectric inside this capacitor, so this is my suppose dielectric. Here I have introduced a dielectric inside this parallel plate capacitor. When this dielectric will get polarized, then the electric field developed here, in this case, that is inside this dielectric, is suppose EP, the polarizing electric field. Then the net electric field inside this dielectric, that will be equal to let me write here, the net electric field inside the dielectric, net electric field inside the dielectric, this will be E equal to E naught, that is the external electric field, minus the polarizing electric field, that is EP. This EP is due to the induced charges, as I have already told you in the previous classes, that is these are the bound charges and the charges lying on the capacitor, these are your free charges. Now what is dielectric constant? So this dielectric constant K, suppose here I am writing this dielectric constant K, or this is sometimes written as K equal to epsilon I. This is nothing but the ratio of the electric field. This is the electric field inside the capacitor, without dielectric, inside the capacitor without dielectric, without electric field inside the capacitor without dielectric, to the electric field inside the capacitor with dielectric. Okay, this is the dielectric constant, it is the ratio between these two. Here if I will draw two individual diagram, this is suppose here I have introduced already the dielectric material, but suppose here this parallel plate capacitor having the positive charge here and the negative charge lies on this part. So the electric field we have given in this direction. So you can say that the net electric field is E naught when there is no dielectric, and here in this case when we introduce a dielectric material, the net electric field will be E equal to E naught minus EP, because we have discussed that in this dielectric material there will be some negative charges, they will lie on the near to the surface of this dielectric, and this positive charge will occupy in this place, so that there will be a net electric field E equal to E naught minus EP inside this dielectric material. Now this dielectric constant K can be written as, this K will be equal to the electric field inside the capacitor without dielectric. When there is no dielectric, then its electric field will be E naught. So let me write it here. So this will be E naught divided by electric field inside the capacitor with dielectric, means this will be E naught minus EP. But we know that is this external field E naught, this should be greater than EP, that is the field developed due to the dielectric. That implies K should be greater than 1. Okay. Now the electric field between the plates of the capacitor with air or vacuum as a medium, this will be equal to E naught. When I will write E naught, it means that there will be no electric field. So in this case, this E naught will be, this E naught, this is equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. Okay. This sigma is nothing but the surface charge density due to the free charge of the on the plate of the capacitor. This is the surface charge density due to the free charges on the plates of the capacitor. Okay. But due to the bound charges, or that is the induced charges inside the dielectric, this will be EP equal to EP due to the dielectric. This EP will be equal to sigma P divided by epsilon naught. For this sigma P, this is equal to the polarization charge per unit area of the dielectric slab, or this is the surface charge density due to the bound charges. Okay. Surface charge density due to the bound charges is sigma P, and the surface charge density due to the free charges on the plate of the capacitor is sigma. And here we have calculated that this dielectric constant K, this is equal to, this K equal to E naught divided by E naught minus EP. So if I will put in place of K, that is equal to E naught divided by E naught minus EP. So this K will be K equal to E naught divided by E naught minus EP. So if I will put the value of E naught and EP from the above equation, so here is E naught, here is the EP. So E naught will be equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. This is whole divided by sigma divided by epsilon naught minus sigma P divided by epsilon naught. Okay. Now this epsilon will be get cancelled from the denominator and numerator, so that will be equal to, so here K will be equal to sigma divided by sigma minus sigma P. Okay. This is the dielectric constant relation with the surface charge density. Okay. K equal to sigma divided by sigma minus sigma P. Sigma is due to the free charges, surface charge density, and sigma P is the surface charge density due to the bound charges. Okay. Now here we will discuss about the two cases. Let us see the first case. If the dielectric sample is of metal, when this dielectric is a metal, so in that case this sigma P, that is the bound charges, surface charge density, because of the bound charges the surface charge density is sigma P. This will be equal to the surface charge density due to the free charges, or we can say that now this K value, that is the dielectric constant K, that is equal to sigma divided by sigma minus sigma P. That is, here you can see K equal to sigma divided by sigma minus sigma P. So here it will be equal to sigma divided by 0, because sigma is equal to sigma P here. Now something divided by 0 goes to infinite. So here the dielectric constant will be infinite when this dielectric is a metal, or you can say that a metal has a infinite dielectric constant. So here the metal has a infinite dielectric constant. Okay. Now we will see the second case, that is when the dielectric is vacuum. So in case of vacuum, there will be no polarization occur. So we can say that this sigma P, that is the surface charge density due to the bound charges, this will be equal to 0. So here we can write the dielectric constant K will be equal to sigma divided by sigma minus sigma P. So this will be equal to sigma divided by sigma minus 0, or this can be written as sigma divided by sigma. What is this sigma? Sigma is the surface charge density due to the free charges, that is the charges on the plate of the capacitor. So this is equal to 1. or you can say that in case of this vacuum, that is when this dielectric is vacuum, then we can say that this dielectric constant will be equal to 1. But in case of metal, this K value equal to infinite. So here the dielectric constant of vacuum is 1. Now we will see the effect of this dielectric when it is introduced in a capacitor. Let the capacitance of a capacitor, capacitor without dielectric, when there is no dielectric, in that case its capacitance is suppose without dielectric is suppose equal to C naught. It means that without dielectric means the medium is your vacuum or air. Vacuum or air is the medium. So in that case the capacitance is suppose C naught. Okay. Now the potential difference between the plate. So the potential difference between the plates, that will be equal to, between the plates, this is equal to suppose V naught. This is, it means that without dielectric. Okay, this is without dielectric, no dielectric, without dielectric. When without dielectric, it is simply not, I am placing here without dielectric. Okay, this is suppose V naught. If D is the distance, if I will write D is the distance between the parallel plate capacitor, that is, if there are, here is the two parallel plate capacitor, and this distance is D between this parallel plate capacitor. Okay, so in this case we can write this potential difference V naught between these two plate, this will be equal to V naught, this is equal to the electric field, that is E naught, into the distance between the two. Okay, so the capacitance can be written as C naught, this will be equal to Q divided by V naught. Okay, or this can be written as, that implies this C naught will be equal to Q divided by E naught into D. Okay, this is the capacity of a capacitance without dielectric. This is without dielectric capacity of the capacitance, capacitor or capacitance. I can write capacity of a capacitor. Now if I will introduce a dielectric, so we can say let the capacity of a capacitor, with dielectric between the plate, with dielectric is suppose C, with dielectric is equal to suppose C, and the potential difference between this parallel plate capacitor is suppose equal to V. Then the potential difference V, we can write V equal to E into D, where D is the distance between, D equal to the distance between the parallel plate capacitor. This is the distance between the parallel plate capacitor. Okay, Now what we will do? We will calculate the capacitance. Now this capacitance C will be equal to here Q by V. So this C equal to Q by V, or you can write this will be equal to Q divided by E into D. Okay, now let us see here. When we have introduced a dielectric, so this will be Q divided by E into D, and when there will be no dielectric, then this is Q divided by E naught D. Here this E means, here this E is equal to E naught minus EP. Okay, from this beginning we have already discussed that when we introduce a dielectric, the net electric field inside this dielectric will be E naught minus EP. Now if I will calculate the ratio between these two, that is if I will calculate C by C naught, then let us see. If I will calculate here C by C naught, C divided by C naught, then this will be equal to C is Q divided by ED, E into D, then whole divided by C naught is Q divided by E naught D. Okay, so this will be equal to this Q by D get cancelled, so this is equal to E naught divided by E, or simply we can write this C by C naught will be equal to, or here I am writing it again, C by C naught, this will be equal to E naught divided by E. Again we know this electric field, this is E naught means without dielectric, this is the external electric field E naught, this will be greater than this E. This E means, here this E means this is the E naught is greater than E will be E naught minus EP. That's why this is E naught will be greater than E. Okay, or let me write it here, that is since E equal to E naught minus EP, so here E naught should be greater than E, because we were subtracting this term EP from this E naught, so definitely E naught will be greater than E. Therefore we conclude that C must be greater than C naught. Okay, it means that when we introduce a dielectric slab in between this parallel plate capacitor, then its capacitance increases. Okay, when, let me write it here. So the capacity of a capacitor increases when we introduce a dielectric slab. When we introduce a dielectric slab or a dielectric between the plates. Okay, between the plates means the plate of a capacitor. Okay, now similarly we can calculate the potential difference. So similarly, if I will calculate the ratio between this potential difference, that is V naught divided by V, let me write it in other color. So this is suppose V naught divided by V. For the potential difference, this is equal to V naught is nothing but your E naught D. So this is E naught D divided by V is E into D. So D with D get cancelled. That implies V naught divided by V, this is equal to E naught divided by E. And again we know this E naught is greater than E. Since E naught is greater than E, so we can write, so that implies V naught should be greater than V here. Okay, so here what we conclude is that when you introduce a dielectric slab, between the parallel plate capacitor, then its potential difference, it will decreases. So here I can write the potential difference of the capacitor decreases when we introduce a dielectric. When we introduce a dielectric, introduce a dielectric means introduce a dielectric in between the plate. So here we have calculated we have see the difference between capacitance of the capacitor, how it will behave when we introduce a dielectric in between this plate of the capacitor, and the potential difference also changes when we introduce a dielectric between the two. Since here this capacitance is inversely proportional to the electric field, that's why when we introduce a dielectric between the plate, then the capacity of the capacitance increases. Capacitor capacity, it will increases, but in the case of the potential difference, this potential is directly proportional to the electric field. That's why the potential difference of the capacitor decreases when we introduce a dielectric between the plate of the capacitor. Okay, so this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. If you like the video, can give a like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.